10, 15 minutes. That chandelier you just saw ends in 10, 15 minutes, as well as the Store Smith cart. And all of the prices go way up if you wait. If you wait, it's fine, but you're not gonna get our best deal. All right, if you'd like to see the rest of our good offers, you can see them on .com and check out what we have available for today only. All right, next item up, oh my goodness. This, I always say it's chick with chainsaws. In this case, it's a chick with a pruner. This is actually a really unique 2-in-1. Here's the cool thing. It's like buying a cordless vacuum cleaner, nothing like it. It's even better when you've got to reach and prune those trees or those bushes or get rid of those branches. It's awesome to have cordless because now you can go anywhere without having to drag a giant extension cord from your house all the way back to the back of your property. You can do it with this. All right, here we go. It is a sale price of $139.95 and we have 5 flex. And Bobby's joining me, one of our gardening outdoor experts. Hey, Bobby, welcome back to HSN. It's great to see you.
Hey, good evening, Suzanne. How are you?
I am great. This is an awesome tool.
Well, this is amazing. And if you don't know, if you don't have one of the Sunjo products or you haven't heard of them, Sunjo is the leader in outdoor tool space when it comes to giving you the right tool for the right job, allowing you to have that confidence to get out there and just basically DIY, do it yourself. You know, why we don't really want to borrow a neighbor to come over and do something for us. We don't want to pay a professional to come in. When you get a professional tool in the palm of your hands like this one, that's only 5 pounds, first of all, it's lightweight. You can easily move it out and about. And to your point, Suzanne, it is battery powered. It comes with our 24-volt lithium-ion battery. So let me show you what this does. First of all, what are you normally doing? You're normally using old school pruning shears like this. And honestly, I can't even, I'll even come closer to show you. I mean, I can't even get through that. You can see my, not big muscles, but it's struggling with the tendons there. Yeah, straining. So you don't have to do that. And that's the whole point. You put it in the jaws right there, and this is going to cut up to a 1-inch diameter. So I could just do this all night long. So one thing I want to say right off the bat is this. This is not a toy. Keep this away from kids. It is strong. It is powerful. It will cut very quickly, very easily. So what we've done as far as the safety is there is a safety button on it. So you have to use 2 fingers, hold the safety in, and then pull the trigger. And then if you look at the blades, I want you to notice this. It's a bypass pruner. Do you see, Suzanne, how it cuts all the way past the blade? That's so you can get a nice, clean, consistent cut each and every time.
That is so awesome. I feel so empowered with this. So watch, you press this and this. You have to do both. Press that first, then you press the trigger, let go, press the trigger, let go. Now, this is the handheld, but guess what? It converts to this, which I know Bobby's gonna show us next. So it's definitely a 2-in-1. If you're just doing small branches, lower branches, bushes that you have to get after, it's great because you can use the handheld. But when you need to really get up high, this is totally adjustable. And now with the weight, it's beautifully weighed. You can get way high, and now we're gonna be able to trim those tall trees that are hard to reach. So Bobby, kind of show us how that works.
Yeah, absolutely. And it goes back to the basics. You know, it's springtime. What are we trying to do? We're trying to get the pruning on. We're trying to, whether you've got the small shrubs or tall trees, you want to have, again, like I said at the top, the right tool for the right job. So I showed you at the beginning of the presentation the handheld version, but now we also give you this extension pole. This is almost 4 feet long. And look at this. You can extend it almost 2 more feet. I think it even almost goes out of frame and lock it into position. So I'm going to go back here. I've got a crepe myrtle tree, and I can go all the way back up here. And keep in mind, I have the controls down here. So I just cut that little branch right there. I can just cut one right here that quickly and that easily. And this is what I want you to notice. I'm doing it all while I am safely both feet on the ground. I'll say it again because that's one of the most important parts of the presentation. You are safe and sound with both feet on the ground. Let's be honest, none of us want to see our parents or our grandparents up on a ladder with something sharp like this going at it. You want to make sure that you give them a tool that's easy to use, that's lightweight, this is, and that does the job, this is that. It's all 3-in-1. Again, it's a 2-in-1 because you have the handheld version as well as when you can have the ability to attach it to that pole. That's what makes it so versatile. I understand it's not a cheap product, and that's the best way to say it. It's not a cheap product. You are getting a professional grade tool to be able to use and have that power to DIY yourself, have that confidence to go out there in your yard. And listen, I don't care if you're a weekend warrior or just a great gardener, whatever level you are, this is going to do the job for you. and allow you to get those great cuts each and every time. So you're not having to struggle with these old school shears. It makes it feel like you're in some kind of workout program, right?
Well, and I want to show them, Bobby, too, because I've done it to the full extension. So, gals, this is really empowering. I'm not trying to sound like, you know, I'm being poopy about it, but I love being empowered as a woman because it is very hard sometimes. We don't have the upper body strength to get up really high. This is balanced so well. Can you guys widen way out? Can you actually get way up there? Watch. Look at this. I mean, I'm literally so high up on our set. Now that's a really high branch I can get after. That's pretty impressive. And it's so well balanced, Bobby. It doesn't even feel like anything. It's not tiring having to hold this and be pruning way up high. And then of course you can adjust it. Here's the adjustment right here. And you can adjust it to any height you need. So for example, let's say you've got bushes that go way out that way and you need to trim this way and out. You can do that. And what I really like is you can totally adjust this to whatever angle you need. And it clicks into place. You can hear that. So look now, if I've got to get to a bush, maybe I can't reach that far or I can't get around to it. Now I'm going to let this go and reach it and get that far reach. Look how far that reaches. It's incredible. And you can do it. And you know what else is cool about that, Bobby? Once you hook this together, your control is down here, which controls it. So when it's in the handheld, you use the controller right in the handheld unit. But when you hook it into the pole, it's actually going to be powered from down here and operated from down here as opposed to having to reach the handheld part of it. This is really brilliant, Bobby.
Isn't that nice? All your controls are right down there. So whatever position you use it, the controls are right there in your hand. And we give you everything that you need. We give you a nice cover case to keep the blade nice and safe. It's corrosion resistant, okay? So you're not going to have to worry about that. We give you the charging cord. Keep in mind, this is battery operated. You get this awesome 24-volt lithium-ion Sunjo battery. And if you haven't had one of these before, it's really super easy to tell. That's how much gas is in it, if you can see. I know it's kind of bright here, but basically those lights light up to tell you how much is left. So right there, I've got 3 out of 3 bars. What's great about this by itself, Suzanne, is like a $60 purchase on sunjo.com. So you get that in your purchase. And it works with over 100 other of our Sunjo and Snowjo tools. So if you're getting one of our other tools now, you just got a new backup battery. And to your point, it does slice through up to a 1 inch in diameter. So you can see how quickly that is cutting through. So it's got the power to do, you can do these little guys, the precision, that's no problem. But if you've got something a little bit thicker, basically the rule of thumb, if it fits between the blades, it's going to cut. It's a nice, clean, consistent cut every time because of those bypass pruners.
Yeah, and I love this part too. I mean, and how often do you think, well, I got to spend all this money and you're going to hire somebody to come trim those branches down? You know you shouldn't have branches touching the roof of your property because the squirrels come over, the critters come over, it can damage your roof very easily. But how much would you spend to hire somebody to come, I don't know, prune your coconut tree if you have a palm tree? It can cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars and they come out one time to do it and you got to have them come out every single year. Or do it yourself for the same amount for them to even trim up one little tree. You actually are going to be empowered to do it yourself. It might be your rose bushes that need to be pruned back. It might be your garden you're working on. It could be that bush that's just gotten crazy and you need to be able to trim it up and you're just going to use the handheld version of this, right? Or it could be that really tall tree and you've got to get up really high. I want you to see this table is huge in front of me and this thing is, it's got to be, I mean, what's the full length on this? It's as long as my entire table when I have it fully stretched out. So what is that length, Bobby?
Almost 6 feet. I mean,
wow.
I'm 6 foot tall, so you can imagine the reach when I extend this to 6 feet. I mean, me with this, I mean, I know I'm out of frame. It goes beyond what you can see. So back here, again, it goes beyond what you can even see, probably see in frame. But to your point earlier, you have all the controls. See that font right there? It's nice because when these get too bushy or out of control, I can, structurally take care of it. Shape-wise, I can take care of it. Those are some of the reasons why we prune. So again, if you're going to do the pruning, don't go with the old school that you're going to get a tiresome workout because you want, when you're outside doing your gardening or just whatever you're doing out in your yard, to be fun. And that's one of the things that happens with Sunjo. When you get our products, you have fun with them because they're easy to use. They're lightweight. For some of our senior friends, that can't kind of muscle up those big, like you said, the chainsaw. Like this is nothing like that. This is 5 pounds. I mean, I don't know, like
Yeah.
it feels like a bottle of soda, but it is very sharp. Again, not a toy. This is definitely a tool because it's,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a sharp,
It
clean,
is.
consistent cut. Yeah.
And you can tell, look at that. Again, I'll just show you. It's funny, the Beekman guys are coming up next, the Beekman boys, and they're like, okay, we need
yeah.
this. They're gonna actually literally buy this. Guys, get it soon. They're coming, there they are, there's the guys. And they've got
There
a
they
lot
are.
of pruning. They
I
have
want
a huge
I want it.
farm in New York. Isn't this awesome?
A huge one.
Right?
We love it. We are going to get one.
All right, guys, and again, look at this giant reach. I mean, and I'm only about 5'4", 5'5", and I can go way up. I mean, that's a really, really high branch, and there's no way I'd be able to reach that. I don't want to get on a ladder. I don't want to be wobbly. I don't want to try to use a handheld unit. Or how many of you seen those saw things? You go like this to try to take a branch down. Forget that. That's way too much work. You're going to really appreciate the power and the quality of this. You can literally feel it in your hands how strong and sturdy and well made this is, and yet really super balanced. I feel very, very comfortable holding this above my head. It's really absolutely brilliant. So yes, I'm glad the Beekman guys are going to